Good day, learners. You are welcome to class this week. And this week, we are going to be talking about the nervous coordination. And I remain your biology tutor, Mrs. Jane Okulu. Here are the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to define coordination and the nervous system. And should be able to give the division of the nervous system, describe the brain and the spinal cord, and should be able to state the functions of the brain and the spinal cord regarding the nervous coordination. Coordination can be defined as the process by which different parts of organs of the body of an organism work together to achieve a particular goal. And coordination is brought about by two processes, is either through the endocrine system or through the nervous system. Now, let's take a look at what the nervous system is. The nervous system is the system that coordinates the activities within the body. And nervous system, we have two parts of the nervous system. We have the central nervous system, which is the CNS, and we have the peripheral nervous system, which is the PNS. Now, the central nervous system, it receives impulses from the sense organs such as the eyes, the nose, the skin, the hair, and the tongue. It receives impulses from them, and it also senses messages to the effector. Example of the effector is the muscles. It coordinates impulses to and from all the body organs so that the body can function as a unit. It also allows impulses which coordinate all the body activities to be stored and used later as the basis of the behavior. The central nervous system is divided into two parts. We have the brain and the spinal cord. Now let's take a look at the brain. The brain is the most specialized organs of the body, and it's composed of millions of neurons. And these neurons are formed on the gray matter. The gray matter is the outer region, while the inner region is called the white matter. So the gray matter and the white matter are protecting the brain. Subsequently, the brain is also divided into subdivisions. We have the forebrain, we have the midbrain, and we have the hindbrain. Now, the forebrain is composed of the cerebrum, the olfactory lobe, the thalamus, and the hypothalamus, and they all have their own different function. Like the cerebrum, which is the seat of intelligence, is the seat of imagination. The olfactory lobes allow you, it send us sensory impulses to the brain to interpret what you smell. Then the hypothalamus is involved in sleep. It determines the sleep, the wake time. Then the midbrain, which is composed of the optic lobes. Optic lobes helps to send sensory impulses from the eyes to the brain so that the brain will interpret what you're saying. Then we have the pineal body. Then the hindbrain is composed of the cerebellum, and you know that the cerebellum is the seat of concentration, the seat of balance. It gives posture to the body, and it's also the hindbrain also consists of the medulla oblongata. Then we also have the pons variouli. So all these are the divisions of the brain. Now let's take a look at the functions of the brain. Like I said, the cerebrum is a seat of consciousness, is a seat of intelligence, the memory, judgment, learning, interpretation of sensations, and imagination. While the thalamus, it helps to relay motor impulses to the spinal cord from the cerebrum. And the hypothalamus, it regulates the body temperature, it regulates water balance, it also regulates sleep and pressure. Then the optic lobe receives impulses from the eyes through the optic nerves and interpret the vision, thereby controlling the sense of light. Then the medulla oblongata controls involuntary actions. Involuntary actions are those actions that you cannot control. You can't control them, like respiration, like heartbeat, like sneezing, like digestion. You cannot control it. They are all guided by the medulla oblongata. Then the last one, we also have the cerebellum, and the cerebellum is concerned with balance and the position of the body. Then the second division of the central nervous system is the spinal cord. Now, the spinal cord extends from the medulla oblongata to the tail region, and it is protected by the vertebral column. You can see the spinal cord on your screen. It runs from the medulla oblongata down to the tail, which is the caudal vertebrae, and it is protected by the vertebral column, passing through the neural canal. Now, the spinal cord is protected by three layers of meninges, which are the dura mater, the arachnoid mater, and the pia mater. Let's take a look at the functions of the spinal cord. The spinal cord is the seat of reflex actions. Reflex actions are also called the involuntary actions. Those actions that you cannot control, like knee jerk, like sneezing, like heartbeat. So the spinal cord is the seat of all reflex actions. Then it's also send impulses, that is messages to the brain, and it carries responses from the brain. Here are some assignments for you. You tell me what coordination is, you define nervous system, you state two functions of the brain, and you will describe the spinal cord. We have come to the end of the class. Thank you for listening. For any questions regarding today's topic, you can forward all your questions to my mail at jane.ukulu@greenland.org. I'll be there to answer all your questions. Until we meet in our next class, you have a blessed day. Bye.